All right, what is going on, Laker fans? Let's just get right into it. Let's get right into it. I didn't want to wait too long here. Some quick reaction to the Lakers losing to the Orlando Magic. Really, again, absolutely blown out, and it happened so quick that by the end of the first quarter, you felt like the game was over. So I want to spend some time talking about the Lakers' awful start so far in the season because they really are. They've been really bad. 5 of the first 6 games, they're basically getting blown out by the time the first quarter is already done. Um, Want to also spend a little time just going through the box score, going through individual performances. Really kind of disappointing night for the Lakers tonight. By the way, 0 for 3 so far on the road, and they're going to play a total of 4 games in a row, so we're going to have to keep an eye out on that. I got a little section here that I want to talk about Anthony Davis. Got a section. Do we know what the Lakers are? Do we have any idea what they are? And then we'll talk about the Lakers and the Miami Heat. Appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Couple of the chats right here already. Francis, damn, we lost. Yes, he's 100% right here. Let's just see what we got here. How many offensive rebounds do we have to give them? A lot of effort. Honestly, to be completely honest with you, I think for me, a lot of it was a frustration of effort. Usually offensive rebounds do come from effort, that there is that type of that type of philosophy that comes with it. We're already trading D'Lo plus some picks for Kyrie. What else do people have? I turned off the game at the start of the second quarter. I could really see how the game was going to play out. No effort. Okay. I'm going to let you guys do your thing in the chats. I'm going to come back to you guys a little bit later. Let me break down the game, and we'll take it from there. Yes. No roll call tonight. You are 100% right. Okay, let's get into it. I want to spend a little bit of time on 2 things. We know the score, 120 to 101, the final score. But this, I think, to me, is the bigger question that I'm trying to figure out about the Lakers. Lakers, and I think I have this memorized because I brought it up so many different times. 35 to 20 or 39 to 25 at the end of the first quarter. 39 to 25 at the end of the first quarter. Lakers give up 39 in the first. No Markelle Fultz, no Wendell Carter Jr. Who else was missing? I know I'm missing another guy. I'll come up with a name. 3 different players that are key players for them were out of this game. A couple injuries just coming in the last game that they had against the Utah Jazz. So anyone that wants to start lining up excuses for the Lakers, that Taurean Prince, that Rui Hachimura, that Jared Vanderbilt, and that Gabe Vincent were not playing. Gary Harris was the other guy, the Orlando Magic, that wasn't playing tonight as well. Anybody that wants to line up those excuses, well, they're missing 3 key guys, role players, players that definitely impact games. So I get that the Lakers are missing some guys as well. But to be down 39 to 25 at the end of the first quarter, yeah, I don't know if that's the excuse that anybody wants to stand on. And to be honest with you, I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just going through the box score here. But to be honest with you, I don't think any Laker fan is going to make an excuse for the Lakers and say, oh, well, the Lakers were missing this guy or that guy. I don't actually feel like that's going to happen at all. Okay, so here's my question. You played the Denver Nuggets in the first game. You were down 14 at the end of the first quarter. You played the Phoenix Suns. You were down 12 at the end of the first quarter. Sacramento, you were down 13. I forget how much they were down against the Clippers, but I know it was double digits. And then tonight, again, at the end of the first quarter, you're down 14 points. That means 5 of the first 6 games that you've played, you're down double digits in the first quarter. Does someone want to explain that to me? Someone want to explain to me why the Lakers get off to such a terrible start to begin the game? What is that? Is that coaching? Is that the players just thinking that, it's a 48-minute game. We'll take our time, we'll cruise, and then we'll eventually come back. What is how can a team jump out 5 out of 6 games? I'm not talking about you're down 2 or 3 or 4. I'm telling you, they're down double digits at the end of the first quarter in 5 of 6 games. That's a trend. And that's not a good trend to have, especially when you're out on the road. All 3 road games that the Lakers played, they were down double digits at the end of the first quarter. How you coming back in a game like that? I mean, for the Lakers, it didn't get better by halftime. They were down 16 at halftime. Then they were down, I think, 21 going into the fourth quarter. Made a little bit of a run in the fourth. D'Lo missed a couple threes that would have made it interesting. Reeves missed a three that could have made it interesting, but they were never in this game. This game was all Orlando Magic the entire time. So if you're starting out the games that bad and you're digging that type of a hole, that's obviously an awful characteristic to have. The other one is they just outworked you tonight. You know, the Magic lost to the Lakers on Monday. They're now they won their last game against Utah. They're 4-2 now to start the season. Orlando's very, very excited about starting the season out 4-2. Think about the last time the Orlando Magic were competitive. So they're going to come out, and this game means something to them. They just played the Lakers, and they hung with them at Crypto. And also on top of that, you know, something to keep in mind, everyone wants to play the Lakers. Everybody does. And maybe the Lakers are just coming out to these games so nonchalant, but I hated the way they started, and I hated the effort of loose balls, not boxing out, second chance points being given up. Let me give you a great example here. The Orlando Magic took 17 more shots than the Lakers did, primarily because they were getting second chance buckets. They also took 3 more threes than the Lakers, and the free throw difference was only 2 free throws for the Lakers. How are you going to win a game when one team is taking 17 more shots than you are, 3 more threes, and then the free throws are almost identical? So that's the best way that I can break down my thoughts of the game and what I think was most annoying about this Lakers loss, because there's a trend being built right now by the Lakers that's obviously not something that is sustainable, and it's not something that you can have on a night in, night out basis, or the Lakers are going to be in some real trouble. Okay, let's take a look at some of these comments here. We got a lot of them, so bear with me here for a quick second. I think this team is waiting for Bron to take over. Angel, if you're right, not a good game plan. Not a good game plan for all the reasons that you could think of, right? The more that the season progresses, they can't be just relying on LeBron James or depending, LeBron's going to come save us. That's maybe you could do that when the dude was in his 16th year in the league, but to be doing that now just does not sound like a good idea at all. And I know you're not referencing that that's what they should do, but I'm telling you, if they're doing that, that is not a good game plan. Too many playmakers, not enough 3-and-D. Look, I don't think the world's going to end, but I just can't stand the way they start these games. And they have wings. You know, obviously a number of those guys are out. Jared Vanderbilt, Taurean Prince, and Rui Hachimura. So hopefully that changes when those guys come back. Okay. Let's get more of these. That's interesting. Horrible energy. Yep, I got that. The trade D'Lo. I see that a couple times in here. People saying trade D'Lo. We were just praising D'Lo for what he did these last couple of games. Oh, these ones are good. Stop overreacting, Laker fans. The Lakers are shorthanded. Just need to get healthy, then everything will be fine. Sure, but they got 3 players that are out as well, and you're not playing the Denver Nuggets. You're playing the Orlando Magic. And, again, if you don't win the game, all good. But can it be competitive? It literally wasn't competitive the entire game. The entire game wasn't competitive. Francis, we lost the game when LBJ got subbed out in the first. That's not good. Thank you for the super chat. By the way, just a reminder here, if you do throw in a super chat, I'll 100% read it. But don't feel obligated to. But if you do throw a super chat, it is going to get read. So I appreciate that. Okay, I want to get into AD here real quick. Anthony Davis. What are the turnovers tonight? 17-16. Points in the paint. They even won that battle 60-52. Just an ugly game for the Lakers. Still got 3 more games left on this road trip. Anthony Davis tonight, 10-15, 32 minutes. AD had 28 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 blocked shots. Now, granted, he was a -24 in the plus-minus, but, use that stat however you want. 28, 13, and 7. damn, that dude's been, I will give him this. He's averaging 3 blocks a game before this game. So I'm sure that's up to 4 or whatever that math is. His defense has been incredible. It really has. The problem with, the Lakers tonight, defensively as a team, you can't play defense as an individual. You got to play obviously defense as a team. Braun ended up with 24 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. So your two main players shot efficiently from the field. Where the Lakers really hurt, Cam Reddish was basically not on the floor tonight while he was on the floor, and he was one of the starters. Christian Wood only had 6 points. He had 2 rebounds, so he really wasn't an impact player. Nobody on the Lakers bench was an impact player. You could say Max Christie a little bit, had 6 points and 5 rebounds, but for the most part, not that much contributions from the Lakers bench players. And then D'Angelo, 1 of 10 from the 3-point line, 4 of 17 from the field. I spent the last 2 games. Last night I was doing it as well. I did some work on Spectrum Sportsnet, and I was talking about how, man, when D'Lo has it going offensively, that's a dangerous team for the Lakers. Well, he clearly didn't have it going offensively tonight. Had about half of the assists that he had been averaging. He had 4 assists and 4 rebounds, but 4 of 17 from the field and 1 of 10 from the 3-point line. Worst first quarter. I was looking at a stat here from Spectrum Sportsnet. I think they have the worst first quarter stats. I think they're -10 on average in the first 6 games. That's the worst in the NBA. That's awful. But D'Lo really, really struggled tonight. And, I think I mentioned this a little bit earlier or a couple different times. When that guy has it going and when it looks good and when he's playing well and, everything else that comes with it, Anthony Davis and this Lakers team is a much different team. When he doesn't have it going, obviously that's a lot of misses. Let's put it that way. You take 10 threes and you miss 9 of them, probably stop taking threes. That might be a good idea. But, what the hell do I know? I think some guys just think, well, if I miss, I'm going to hit the next one. Well, you weren't hitting the next one nor the one after that. Reeves, this is the first game he was efficient. 7 of 11 from the field, hit a few threes, got to the free throw line a few times. Hopefully that helps his confidence a little bit. He ended up with 20 points for the Lakers, and I mentioned 7 for 11. Okay, let's get into more of these comments here. Let's get more. 1 for 10 for D'Lo. 1 for 10. Any of us right now can go out there. Any of us right now can go out there and shoot 10 3-pointers. We'll hit 2. How many games do we win on this road trip? Okay, I'm going to save that one. Thank you for the comment. Let me save that one real quick because when I preview the next game against Miami, I'll go through what a few of those are. All right. D'Lo had a bad shooting night, and our D was terrible. I don't care as much as the bad shooting night. I will just say this. I mean, taking 10 threes and only making 1, you're not Clay or Steph. So I don't know what that green light should look like, but that doesn't sound like that math adds up. The defense is the one that's more annoying. No excuse not to be competitive every night. That I agree with. Arthur Johnson. Arthur, thank you for the super, brother. I really appreciate that. Why is Coach keeping D'Lo in the game? He was thinking it up. What's funny about that? I agree with that. I think there are times – I'm going to use Austin Reeves as an example. Reeves was struggling in a couple of these games. He was pulled. There was one game he didn't play the fourth quarter. I've seen Rui play 15, 16 minutes in a game. D'Lo is – there's nights like D'Lo had in the last couple of nights where he was killing it. Cool, keep him in. But if he was struggling like this, then I don't think that's something that you continue to roll with. Okay, somebody's asking me a points in the paint question. I got you. No. 52-60, not 16. 60. So clear that one up here real quick. Let's see here. LeBron and AD score a combined 60-plus points. Lakers lose. It's been like that the whole time. Got to play defense. I know we look at the stats and we just look at what guys are doing offensively, but you definitely got to get stops. Second chance points has been killing. They have all season long. They've been killing the Lakers. Quick update here, John East. Gabe Vincent reevaluated in 2 weeks. So for those who don't know, Taurean Prince looks like he'll come back sooner than later. Rui probably sooner than later. He's in concussion protocols. Gabe Vincent reevaluated in 2 weeks, and Jared Vanderbilt was going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks. That was about a week ago. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. I had a question for Lake fans. I want to throw this out there. I was kind of thinking about it as I was getting ready to start the show. Do we know what this Lakers team is yet? Do we kind of have an idea of what they are, what their identity is? Because right now they have one good game that they've played, and that was against the Clippers, and they had to come back from 19 down. So I don't like that right out the gate. Jared Vanderbilt has not played a game yet. Let's see what else that we got here. Obviously, Rui's missed some games. You got Gabe and Taurean's missing some games as well. But it's a weird team so far. Nothing seemed to gel or click. We have not, I'm going to give them all the credit in the world for that Clippers game because that was not an easy game to come back from. They did, and they make it happen. But they have issues with grabbing, defending, rebounding, or defending the glass, I should say. They have trouble with second chance points. They dig themselves holes. Sometimes I'm watching them like, where's the effort here? Those are not good characteristics of a team. Now, I know they're 3-3. We're only 6 games into the season, but don't like to see that. I definitely don't like to see that. So I think we're still kind of trying to figure out what they are, and I don't know how fast that's going to get figured out. 500 identity. That's interesting. Yeah, definitely a little bit of a definitely an average team at best of what we've seen so far. On paper, it's a championship team. Ham just needs to figure out rotations and opening game strategy. Got a long way to go, I think, before. I just want to see good basketball, and I think there's definitely has not been stretches where you're watching Lakers basketball and saying, "Oh yeah, they look great." Good home team, bad on the road team as of now. Yeah. And even, a couple of the wins that they got at home weren't that impressive. The Phoenix game and the Orlando game I didn't think was all that impressive. Okay, let's keep going here. Throw that box score back up there. Okay, so a couple things I want to do here real quick. And now let's actually do this first. I want to spend a little bit of time on the question that was out there of how the Lakers are going to do on their road trip. So let me just get the games up, make sure that I'm going in order on the games. So I did a little bit of TV last night. We were asked the question. Basically, the question was, do you think they go 3-1 or worse? And I said worse. And the reason why I said worse, and I would think more 2-2 is what the Lakers will do. The reason why I said worse is because they also have not shown this incredible basketball so far where we can all just, say, yeah, watch out for the Lakers. They're going to go on this unbelievable run. It's just a matter of time. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. They haven't shown, at least to me so far, that I should be giving them the benefit of the doubt and talk about how the Lakers are going to go win 3 of 4 games, including the Clippers game, 4 of 5. What was a game before that? The Magic game, that'd be 5 of 6. I haven't seen that yet. So I definitely have some hesitation on that front so far to give them the benefit of the doubt. So the question that was originally popped up is, what do you think? How do you think the Lakers are going to do on this road trip? I think the proper way to put it, I think 2-2 is what I think they'll eventually go. Now, if I had to pick which games they're going to win, I'll tell you which games I think they're going to win. They got Miami, Houston, and Phoenix left. I don't like that matchup against Miami. And I know Miami's been awful so far this year, and I know they're struggling. So I know it's easy to kind of just look at that game and say, okay, well, because Miami's playing so poorly, Lakers are going to win that game. But is it just me, or does it feel like Miami will have a good game because it's the Lakers? That Miami will come ready to play because it's the Lakers. That Spoelstra and everybody else will get these guys ready. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. So I'm actually definitely not surprised if that happens. Okay, let me do this here real quick. I think that Miami game is going to also be it's going to be an interesting gauge for the Lakers to just try to get. Can you go get a road win with a team that hasn't been all that great but has a history of being a good team? I know Miami, their last game that they just played was against the Wizards, I want to say, and they beat the Wizards, but they've lost to Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Minnesota, the Celtics, and then they beat the Pistons, but they only beat them by one. So Miami has not been impressive. I say they lose to Miami. They beat Houston and Phoenix. Now, that's also the question is going to be who's going to be playing for the Phoenix Suns. Damn, Lakers, you got some work to do. You know what? Scratch that. They beat Miami. They beat Houston. They lose to Phoenix. Phoenix will try to get some revenge. And I have no idea if Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, if these guys are going to be back or not. So you guys can put in your predictions here as well if you guys have some predictions. Okay. I got a question for Laker fans. So I got this Lakers hat here that I want to give away. Okay. It's a brand new hat. It actually is a vintage hat. There's a company here called Vintage that I bought a couple products from. And I want to give this Laker hat away. It says 1981, 1982 World Champions. I know that that's not helping because of the thing I got going on here, but it says 1981, 1982 Lakers. So it's a vintage Lakers hat. Basically got the logo of the Lakers back in 81, 82. And it's an old school hat. And I want to give it away. I'm not sure how to give it away. I want to give it away here on YouTube, but I'm not 100% sure how to give it away. So I do know this. Obviously, I got to be subscribed to the channel. Anytime I do a giveaway or something like that, that's really the only thing I'm asking. Just subscribe to the channel, and I would appreciate that. It goes a long way. But then you have a chance to win this hat. I might just do it randomly, and maybe the best way to do it is leave a comment of what you thought of the Lakers game tonight. You know what? I should do that. I should just do it. I should just do it on the chat because you guys are here live with me. That's how we're going to give it away. I'm going to give it away on the chat here. Is how I'm going to eventually give it away. So let's do that. Okay, so this is the hat. All you got to tell me is basically just give me your reasoning of why you think the Lakers not just struggled tonight, but I would say the 3-3. Why they're sitting at 3-3. What are the things that you've noticed the most? And I'll just go through the chats, and the one that I feel like is the best and explain is the best, I'm gonna give away the hat. That's how I'm gonna do it. Okay. I also would like to, and I'm gonna go into some of those comments here once I share my screen here because I want to talk about Underdog Fantasy. I've said this before, so they're a partner. They're a partner of my channel, and it's the first time I've ever had a partner on here. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about them. I play before all the games now. And if DFS, Daily Fantasy, these DFS sites that you're a fan of, daily fantasy sites, I strongly encourage you to play Underdog and put in my code HoopsLA. Anybody that uses my code gets up to a $500 deposit match, which means if you put in $50, they're going to match that 50. You got 100 there. Put in $100, they're going to match 100. You got 200. Put in $10, they're going to match that, and you'll play 200. Look how easy it is. These are the games I play. I do pick 'em, and I go to. I'm going to do pregame, as in the games are not currently going on. I'm going to go NBA, so then they're going to come up. And then I could basically just pick between any three of these games. By the way, I did this yesterday or a couple of days ago. I picked Wembanyama to get under like 17, and Wemby ended up doing the having that 38-point game. Okay. Toronto, San Antonio tomorrow. Let's do Siakam. Over or under? Let's do rebounds. Over. No, let's do points. Points is funner. I'll go. No, I actually kind of like San Antonio's defense. I'll go lower than 20.5 points. And then let's just do Wemby because he is who the hell he is. Higher or lower? I'm going to buy I'm going to drink the Kool-Aid. I'm going to go higher. All I got to do is bet $10 here. And that's it. It is confirmed. I got 2 games. I got guys going on tomorrow that I will be able to do. Victor Wembanyama points. Oh, pitch right. Oh, picks unavailable. Okay. I'll pick those later. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but overall, Laker fans, I'll mention again. Just use Hoops LA, and my goal is to get 250 new people on Hoops LA or on Underdog. And if we could do that, it would be awesome. It would be great. It'd be appreciated. Okay. Let's give away the hat. Still don't know how the hell I'm doing it. Let's see. This could be 6 and 4 in the first 10, which, by the way, does not sound awful at this point. Okay. I don't know if Max is going to win. Lakers were too busy partying in Florida. They forgot they had a game today, Sliwa. All right. Let's see what we got here. Jet lag West. Give away this hat. This Lakers hat right here. 1981, 1982 vintage hat. I got to reach out to this company called Vintage. Maybe they can give me some more merch. All right. Somebody asking here, what's the name of the app again? I just joined. Thank you, brother. It's Underdog Fantasy. Thank you. Okay. France got some interesting here. Let's see the points we got here. We are struggling because of injuries, no continuation. Also taking a lot of threes does not help us. We have size. We do not even attack the rim. Let's get to the free throws, chipping in. Okay. All right. Not bad right there. Gilbert Lopez, what do you got? We don't need to panic. New teams struggle. We aren't the same team as before. We need to learn how to play together. LeBron will figure out how the team will be efficient. Calm yourselves, Laker fans. Okay. Don't panic. New team struggles. Gilbert, that's a good one. Okay, here's what I'm going to ask you guys to do because I actually, in the moment, how you guys get my information and everything. Put your reasons why the Lakers are off to a 3-3 start. And I'll give this hat away in the chats. So when we're all done here, and you could obviously put your comments once this video gets posted. I'm going to pick one from there, which is going to be a lot easier than I could actually respond to. I could DM, and then I could give away the hat. So I think that's the way. That's the way that I'm going to do it tonight. What are you guys all doing tonight? What's going on here? I had a beer that I was like, I should pop a beer open. But I'm like, I don't want to pop a beer open when the Lakers lose. Who the hell wants to have a beer when the Lakers lose? Nobody does. No, you want to have a beer, but you want to have it for a different reason, I guess is the right way to put it. They don't have another game until Monday. So tomorrow they kick back and relax and, figure it out from there. I guess for me, I was just surprised how disengaged they look. They literally look like they had no interest in this game. No interest at all. Yeah. Drink away. I'm with you on that one. Can we just get some blowout wins? Man, that's the one thing I'm saying, too. Can they just have a game where they look good for 48 minutes? Can they have a game where they look good for 36 minutes? Forget 48 minutes. Can you just look good for 3 quarters? And that has not been the case so far from the Lakers. And, I heard a couple of people say, oh, maybe they're just tired. They haven't played since Wednesday. So if you're tired in this game against the Magic, what are you going to do when you're in your 4th game of the road trip? By the way, LeBron, 35 minutes again tonight. 35 again. Played more than Anthony Davis. So that whole strategy of they're going to use LeBron a certain way, that is not happening. There is no certain way that they're going to be using him. They're just going to play him, period. And it doesn't really look like they have all that much of a choice. Time to suit up, Sleet. Now we're in really, really, really terrible condition if that's the case. Okay, Lake fans, that's all I got tonight. I wish we had we were doing this off a W. Lakers lose to the Orlando Magic, 120 to 101. They're 3-3 on the season. I'll put up another video after Lakers got the Miami Heat on Monday. Thank you for being a part of the show. Please subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comments of just your reasoning of why you think the Lakers are 3-3. I'm going to give away this bad boy, and I appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Thanks, Laker fans. Have a good rest of your night. Have a good weekend. Enjoy some football tomorrow. Thank you.